welcome to practice. This is a practice to ease lower back pain. So you will need 2 blocks and a yoga strap, possibly a blanket if you have sensitive knees, and either a chair or a wall space, preferably a doorway, and you'll see why later. So either a chair or a wall with a doorway. And when you're ready, let's go ahead and set up child's pose. So you can place the blocks to the side for now, and the strap. So here's where your blanket can come in handy if you have sensitive knees, either placing the blanket under the knees here, or you can also, if your hips are a little bit up off of the heels, you can place the blanket at the calves. And then when you're ready, start to walk your hands out. Gently rest your head down. Now here, if your head doesn't quite reach the ground, you can grab a block and rest your head on the block. And start to take some deep breaths. Imagining that your breath is flowing down into your lower back. And I want you to be very mindful and gentle with yourself. So if any posture does not work for you, if you experience any pain, you definitely do not want to do that posture. So honor the intelligence of your body and back off whenever you need to. Take 3 more full breaths into the lower back. And then we're going to add some dynamic movement here in child's pose. So if you have a block under your head, take the block out. And from here, you're going to start to come up to table pose. So stack your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. You can remove the blanket if you have it or keep it there, either works. So we're going to find cow pose, just a gentle cow pose, lifting the chest, the crown of your head, a little lift through the tailbone. And then as you exhale, gently press your hips back to that child's pose, relaxing your head down, relaxing your neck. So as you inhale with your breath, cow pose, lifting gently through the heart and tailbone. And exhale, scooping the tailbone toward your heels as you press back to child's pose. Relax your head. So lead with your breath. Inhale, cow pose, lifting up. And exhale, rounding and pressing back to child's pose. Gentle, easy movement. Inhale, lifting to cow. And exhale, rounding. See if you can keep your hands and arms where they are as you lift up. Inhale. And as you exhale and press back. Let's do 2 more at your own pace. Very good. You can stay in child's pose for another breath or 2. And when you're ready, start to come back up to table. From here, make sure you have a neutral spine. Gently draw your navel in. Gently hug your ribs in. And then from here, as you're pressing the ground away, start to reach your right arm forward. So the pinky edge is down toward the ground, thumb is straight up. Still hugging through the belly and the ribs, but keep breathing. So this might be plenty for you here. If you feel like you can start to extend your left foot back, keep your toes on the ground. Again, hug the low belly in, press out through your heel. Deep breaths. Very nice, release down and switch sides. So first pause in the center, neutral spine, belly hugs in, and start to extend your left arm forward, pinky down toward the ground, thumb reaching toward the ceiling. Pressing the ground away so you're active through the right arm. Either stay there, listen to your body, or maybe you can slowly start to extend your right foot back, toes on the ground. Active through that leg, still pressing the ground away, belly hugging in, and breathing deeply. Good. Start to slowly release back to neutral. And we're going to take downward facing dog here. But I want you to keep your knees deeply bent the whole time, okay? So shift your hands a bit forward, hands shoulder width apart. Tuck your toes under feet or hip width apart. Keep your knees deeply bent as you start to slowly lift your hips up toward the ceiling. If right away you feel like that's too much, you can rest in child's pose. If it feels okay, just keep your knees bent, relax your head down, draw your navel in toward your spine, lengthen the back of your neck, and breathe deeply. Again, sending your breath down into your lower back. From here, we're going to slowly start to walk the feet up. And again, I want you to keep your knees bent here as we come to kind of a forward fold, but we're not going to stay here. We're just going to learn how to come up to standing safely. So knees deeply bent. You're going to take your hands to your hips, engage through your center. Keep your back flat as you start to come up to standing. So knees stay bent the whole time. Okay, very nice. So here we're going to grab a block. Bending your knees, pick up your block. Now I'm going to turn to face you so you can see, and you're going to take your block and place it between your thighs. So the long edge here between the thighs. Feet are hip width apart, so a fist or two between the feet. And then from here, I want you to really hug the block with your legs. So as you do that, you're gonna feel the energy going down through the legs and the outer edges of the feet especially pressing down. You're also gonna feel, of course, your inner thighs activate a lot, and then internal rotation here. So really squeezing. Then I want you to bring your awareness to your belly. As you squeeze the block, you'll feel a lift through the belly, through the chest, through the crown of your head. Relax your shoulders down. Take a few deep breaths here as you maintain that engagement, squeezing the block. Turn to face this way. So what we're doing here is learning how to stand properly. So a lot of times we can have a sway back here, and I noticed right away when I did that, I lost the engagement of the block. So as I squeeze, the tailbone scoops down, the pelvis comes forward a bit, long spine. And equal pressure through the feet, on all sides of the feet. So my shoulders are stacked right over my hips, nice and neutral through the spine, through the pelvis. Take 2 more full breaths. And start to release your block. It's a good practice to do often, to just learn how to stand properly, nice and grounded and neutral. From here, I want you to grab your chair or make your way over to the wall. All right, so we're gonna start with the right foot forward toward the chair or the wall, and the left foot back. Feet are 2 to 3 feet apart, and your left toes are slightly pointed out at an angle. You're standing on railroad tracks here. And then you're either bringing your hand to the wall or to the chair. And from here, we're moving gently. Remember to be very mindful here. Take your right hand to your lower back. So I just want you to feel a sense of support there. You're protecting your lower back by drawing your navel in toward your spine, gently pulling back on the right hip to keep the hips level. And we're folding, aiming for coming halfway down. Again, not pushing anything. If you need to bend your right knee a bit, feel free. Keep engaging through the low belly. We'll take about 3 full breaths here. Begin to release your right hand. Slowly start to bend your right knee and step forward. So left foot's forward, step your right foot back. Again, you're standing on railroad tracks. The right toes point out a bit. Left hand to your lower back for support. Hug the belly back. So we're folding about halfway down, either with the wall or the chair. Gently pulling back on this right hip to square the hips off, or sorry, the left hip, pulling back on the left hip, and breathing. Breath is the most important part in healing. Begin to bend your left knee and gently step your right foot forward. Come up to standing. And from here, we're going to step back and do a fold here with the chair or the wall. So you can either have your hands to the seat, or you can have your hands a bit higher to the back of the chair. And start to walk both feet back. So we're folding again about halfway down. If you feel like you'd need to bend your knees, please do so. Hug your low belly in again. Keep your neck neutral, looking down. And your arms are active, so you're pressing into your palms. Again, about 3 or 4 deep breaths. Looking to lengthen through the lower back. And then to come out of this, we're going to start to walk the feet forward and then lift up to standing. Okay, you can push the chair out away from you. And next we're going to make our way all the way down to our backs. So mindfully make your way down, and we're going to grab the strap and both blocks, just have them nearby. So gently make your way down. We're going to start with the knees bent, both feet on the floor. So the heels shouldn't be too close to the sitting bones, just a nice distance away. And we're going to interlace the hands behind the right thigh. So as you inhale, start to extend your leg straight up, pressing the heel toward the ceiling. As you exhale, we're going to gently bend the knee and pull it to the chest. Just a gentle movement. So breathing, again, the breath is very important here. Inhale as you extend the leg. Exhale, gently pull your knee in toward your chest. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw the knee in. And just keep doing this motion a few times with your breath. You can close your eyes if you'd like. One more time. Good, and set your foot down. We'll do the other side. So interlace your hands behind the left thigh. Slowly start to extend your leg up, pressing your heel toward the ceiling. So inhale here. Exhale, gently draw your knee in toward your chest. Inhale, extend. And exhale, knee toward the chest. Again, keep going at your own pace, leading the movement with your breath. Good, and start to release your left foot back to the mat. This time, interlace your hands on top of your right shin. So we're going to draw the knee in toward the chest again here. And then start to straighten your legs as you press your knee away from you, just as much as you can to get your arms straight. As you exhale, gently pull the knee in. Inhale, extend the arms. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, extend the arms. Keep going with your breath just a few more times. Good. Start to release your right foot down and switch sides. Interlace your hands on top of the left knee or shin and gently pull the knee in and extend the arms out. Inhale, draw the knee in, and exhale, extend the arms. Keep going with your breath. Just a really small movement. Last one. Good. And release your left foot down. Take your feet now to as wide as the mat, and then let your knees rest against each other. So your lower back is flat against the ground. Rest your hands to your belly. Close your eyes. And I want you to just stay here as you relax the weight of your knees against each other. Just take the fullest, deepest breaths you've taken all day into your belly as you relax here, letting your weight drop down. As you inhale, feel your belly pressing up to the palms of your hands. And as you exhale, gently draw the navel in toward your spine. Expansive and healing breaths. Now, as you're ready, we're going to transition to supported bridge pose. So now's the time to grab one of your blocks and find a height that's appropriate for you. It might be the lowest height here or the middle height, maybe the highest height. If you're experiencing pain here, it might be best to stay on the lowest height. So gently start to press into your heels and start to lift the tailbone and lift one vertebra at a time until you can slide the block underneath. So the block's going right under your sacrum, which is the triangular shaped bone at the bottom of the spine. You're gonna rest your weight down. So this should feel comfortable, like you can rest your weight all the way down on the block. Let your arms either rest by your sides, maybe to your belly. Again, you can close your eyes and focus on your breath. Again, expansive through the belly as you breathe. As you exhale, gently draw your navel to spine. And stay here for 3 more breaths. We're going to slowly and mindfully release the block out from underneath. So again, just gently pressing into the heels, start to lift the tailbone and the hips until you can slide the block out and release one vertebra at a time down to the ground. Next, we'll take bound angle pose using the blocks. So you're going to bend the knees out to the sides, soles of your feet together. Take your blocks at any height, maybe the highest height, maybe the middle height, and relax the weight of your legs against the blocks. Relax your head down. Again, hands can be to your belly, maybe one hand to your heart, one hand to belly. As you let your weight relax down, focus on your breathing, one breath at a time. Now slowly begin to bring your knees back together. Remove the blocks, put them to the side, and then again take your feet to as wide as the mat. We're going to do windshield wipers here, so let your knees gently fall to the left, back to center, and both knees over to the right. With your breath, inhaling to center, exhaling to the left. Inhale, center, exhale to the right. Let's do just a few more times. And begin to come back up to center. Bring your feet a little bit closer together and we'll take Pigeon Post here. So cross your right ankle above the left knee and keep your foot flexed, your ankle straight. So if this is plenty here, you can just press your right hand to the top of the right thigh, pressing the thigh away from you. If you want a little bit more, you can either thread your arm through your legs, interlace your hands at the back of your thigh or to the top of your shin, and gently pull the left knee in toward your chest. And we'll stay here for a few breaths, mindfully sending your breath into your right hip. And slowly begin to release your right foot back to the mat and switch sides, crossing the left ankle over. And again, just taking your time to set this up, make sure your left foot is flexed, your ankle is straight, your head and your shoulders are relaxing down. So again, staying here or gently pressing into your left thigh close to the crease in the hip. Or maybe interlacing your hands behind your hamstring, at your hamstring, or on your shin. And gently pulling your knee in toward your chest. Deep breaths into your left hip. When you're ready, slowly start to release your left foot back to the mat. And we're going to grab the strap here. And you might need a block for this one. So let's start with the left leg. You're going to wrap the strap around your left foot. And we're going to take this leg over to the left side. So to make this a little bit more supported, you can use your block here at any height to rest your leg, the weight of your leg down. You can also use a cushion or a blanket here under the leg just to get a little more support. So you're gently pulling the strap toward you. This right knee can stay bent, or if it feels better, you can extend your right leg out. And again, see if you can let your weight rest against the block. Take a few deep breaths before we switch sides. And slowly begin to bring your leg back, release the strap from your foot, and we'll switch sides. So start with your left knee bent, and go ahead and wrap the strap around your right foot. Again, take the block to the right side to use to rest your right leg on. If you don't need the block, you can also not just use the strap by itself. And then either keeping your right knee bent, or you can or left knee bent, or extend it out long. Good. Slowly start to bring your foot back to center, releasing the strap. All right, and our final posture here is where we are going to use either the chair or a doorway. So to come up, you can just roll over to one side gently, and using your arms, make your way up and either make your way over to the doorway or grab your chair. Okay, so if you have your chair, you want the back of the chair facing you. And you're gonna slowly make your way down. So what we want here, we'll start with the left leg. If you're at a doorway, you're gonna have your right foot through the doorway and your left foot, your left leg along the wall. And if you have the chair, your right leg outside of the chair, and your left leg is gonna come up. So you might have to be, your hips might have to be a little bit away from the chair or the wall, depending on how your lower back is feeling, how your hamstring is feeling. So once you get down, we're gonna extend the left foot and rest it against the chair or wall. So I have an angle here with the leg rather than the legs being straight up. Once you find a position that feels right, listening to your body, you can close your eyes and just relax here. Let your weight sink down into the ground. So we're just doing a passive stretch here with the hamstring. Just pay attention to one breath at a time. We'll take 3 more breaths here. And when you're ready, begin to bend your left knee, release your leg down. And begin to switch. So the left foot's going to be to the outside of the chair or through the doorway. This time the right leg is coming up against the chair or the wall. And once you find a comfortable position, allow your eyes to close again, relax your weight, sink down into the ground. And breathe. Take 3 more deep breaths. And when you're ready, begin to bend your knee, releasing your foot down. Bend both knees and roll gently to one side. Again, making your way up, mindfully using your arms. Coming up to a seated position. Close your eyes, bring your hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in through your nose and let it go through the mouth. Allow your eyes to blink open. Thanks so much for allowing me to guide your practice. I hope you find some ease and healing in your lower back area. Namaste.